Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to Earth Angel Tarot. And in today's Isis Unveil reading, we will be doing another Messages from the Ancestors 2.0. All right. And so, those of you who are new to the channel, 2.0 means that at the end of the reading, I will be pulling messages from the Hello from the Other Side deck to see what past on loved ones or ancestors would love to come through and deliver messages for you, okay? For you or to you, all right? And so these are the images for the reading. Go ahead, take a look, see which one of them you feel mostly drawn to, which one calls out to you the most, and whichever image that is, that will be the pile that will have messages in it for you, all right? So happy picking. Hello to those of you who chose pile number one. So this is the image that you felt drawn to. All right. And so now we're going to jump right in and see what are the messages that your ancestors have for you at this time. Okay. I've already pre-pulled the oracle and I will pull some tarot later along with the messages from the Hello from the Other Side deck. All right. And so your first message is shop. Okay. And the message here says this signifies retail shopping, overspending, excessive buys. Okay. And it says online shopping, impulsive buys, shopping addiction. All right. So your ancestors at this time, pile number one, would like to point out to you that there is a need for you to hone or to to rein in on your shopping, rein in on your spending. Okay, because if you wherever you're trying to be in the near future, if you have goals set for yourself, if you have intentions set for yourself as far as where you want to be, especially financially in the future, you're going to have to make some adjustments. Okay, you're going to have to make some adjustments. What's also coming through is I'm being called to the impulsive part of the message here. Some of you guys are really impulsive when it comes to spending because you use it as a um, it's like a soothing mechanism for you, right? It's something that maybe calms your nerves. It's something that maybe makes you get over having a bad day or helps you to forget about whatever problems or situations that you may be in that are unpleasant, right? So shopping is a form of you being soothed, right? It helps to soothe your feelings, your emotions at that moment, at that time. But your ancestors are saying that it's not going to be good for you in the long run. So, especially if you have goals set for yourself on things that you would like to do differently in the future, okay? Or if you're trying to, let's just say you're someone who has the plan to move, right? Either buy a house or shop for a new apartment or maybe even a new car. If you have those type of goals for yourself, um, part of you being able to achieve or reach that goal is going to be for you to cut back on your spending habits. All right. Some of you have very excessive spending habits that your ancestors through this reading want to bring to the light. All right. And it may be something that you are consciously aware of, or maybe not. Right. For you, it may just be that, okay, I have it, so I'm going to spend it. Right. So you don't think twice about it. And then for others of you, it could be that you know that you're not in a position to shop or buy as excessively as you do, but you do it as a coping mechanism. You do it as a soothing mechanism, right? Because it gives you a temporary feeling of relief, okay, from whatever you may be going through. It gives you that temporary relief. But as you may have already experienced, once you get that one thing that you shopped for or that you bought, that temporary feeling of happiness or ecstaticism, it quickly fades away, right? Which causes you to go on to the next thing, right? To go looking for the next thing to buy or the next thing to shop for. So it's only a bandage to the real problem. Okay, for those of you who that's could be why you're subconsciously spending. It's only a bandage to the real problem. I do want to put a quick shout out there that I do have another channel, and it is called Healing with Goddess Isis, where I deliver healing messages. And I'm bringing that up so as to say I believe there was a healing message that had something to do with what's coming through for this particular reading. So feel free, I'll put the link down below. Feel free to check out that channel as well. There may be a healing message in there for you. Okay, so yeah, so like I was saying, for those who that applies to, it's only a temporary bandage for the problem, okay, which means that you need to go deeper to address why this is a cover up for you. Okay, so however or whichever way this resonates for you, just know that the ancestors are pulling to your attention that this needs to be addressed and looked at. Okay, it needs to be acknowledged and um, taken care of in a way to where you can be prosperous in the future. Okay, if you cut back what you need to cut back in regards to this right now in the present. All right, and then you guys have the boss. Yes, and this just brings me back to what I was saying. Some of you may be financially okay right now, right? Some of you may be like, okay, I got it, so I can spend it, right? This is what I'm getting with this boss card coming up. Okay, so just because you have it doesn't mean that it needs to be overspent. Okay, it's what the ancestors are saying. Just because you have it doesn't mean that it needs to be overspent. But there, okay, so what's also coming through is prepare for a rainy day. Okay, also always make sure you're prepared for a rainy day. All right, but the message here on the boss is you are the head, the leader, the hot commodity, but you need to act like it. Take the lead in your life. You can only control yourself. You are the powerhouse. Stop giving it away. And then at the bottom it says power source. All right, and what also just came through with this is that some of you may buy your love. Some of you may buy your friendships, okay? And it could be either intentional or not intentional. Maybe you just feel like you're just a kind, giving person, and because you have it, you have no problem with sharing it, right? But for those of you who are like that, what's also coming through is that some of you are being taken advantage of. Not that you know it, but people see you as a benefit. All right. Your ancestors want you to know that people see you as a benefit to them. Okay. Because of what you can do for them, because of what you can provide for them. All right. So, whoever that resonates with, whether that's in a romantic relationship or whether that's through a friendship or whether that's even through your family, right? You may have family who take advantage of you because you financially have it, right? You are that person who can afford things, and you don't have to think twice about giving because you have it, right? And so some of you may be looked at as that person throughout your circle. Okay, whatever circle that is, like I say, a relationship circle, friendship, family, whatever the case may be. All right, and I feel confidence coming from this, like you like being this person, you like being that go-to person. All right, but don't be that go-to person too excessively to where it's not only hinder you in the future, but possibly hinder your relationships as well. All right, what also just came through is that people will be exposed around this. All right, so let's just say if you decided to all of a sudden draw back on your giving, okay, and then you can really see those who will still stick around and those who will still be there even if you cut back on being the provider, quote unquote, right? So either way it goes, you're being called to rein in on this excessive giving. All right, it's what's coming through. Rein in on the excessive giving, okay, in regards to others, but also to yourself as well. I'm really getting again too that this is just a temporary bandage to a more deeper problem. All right, and then you guys have partnership. Okay, and it says a significant partnership is about to be forged to serve your greater good. It will be a reciprocal experience. Okay, and so I feel like with this coming through is that you will merge and find the right group of people, the right situations. Okay, the right people who have your best interests in mind. And then also what's coming through is some of you may even seek help for this, all right, with this partnership. Some of you guys may really have excessive spending habits, okay? And it may cause for you to actually take a step back and really look from the outside in at the situation, okay? And you may even realize that, man, you do have a shopping addiction, you have a spending addiction, right? And so you may seek some type of partnership with someone or a support group that's going to help you, okay? That's going to help you to understand what are the underlying factors behind this. Okay, what are the underlying factors behind excessive spending for you? All right. You like to feel, with this boss card coming up here, I'm also getting you like to feel in control of things, the boss. And this is why you do what you do when it comes to spending, because it gives you a sense of being somewhat in control. Because, like I was saying earlier, like I have it so I can spend it, and so there's this sense of power around that you feed to yourself by doing this, right? There's this sense of power because it's like you feel in control, all right, and then not just for of not just feeling in control of your life, but feeling in control of others' lives well, because you know that others depend on you, right? You know that others can come to you for the support, especially mainly financial support that they need. So it gives you this sense of um, belonging, right? This sense of having a purpose, right? The sense of just feeling, I'm getting like big and macho, right? Because, like the boss, because you feel like not only do you have control of your circumstances, but other people's circumstances as well. All right. And then we have new energy coming here. And it says, have faith in new beginnings. As this new exciting chapter unfolds, make sure to close the door to the past. Yes, and what this is saying to me, pal number one, is that once you take that step back and look, from the outside looking in, you'll really be able to see that you don't need this to feel fulfilled. All right. You don't need this to feel fulfilled. You don't need this to feel happy. You don't need that to feel successful, right? So it's calling, your ancestors are calling or out to you to call in a new energy. Okay, a new energy, a new perspective of self, realizing that you don't need all of these things to make you happy. Okay, temporary bandage is just a cover up. Okay, it's a cover up, it's a bandage over a deeper wound. And so, this is why, if you actually begin to take a look and reflect on your spending habits, your shopping, or whatever you're doing excessively, you'll be able to eventually get down to the root cause. Okay, and with this partnership, I'm being drawn back to, you may just have to find the right support group around that. All right, shopping anonymous, spending anonymous. You might just have to find the right support group around that. All right, we all pick up habits when we're trying to numb the pain or the emotions or the feelings around things that we don't want to address. So we subconsciously pick up habits. And for you guys, shopping is just one of them. All right, so for whoever this is resonating with, but it's time for you to step into this new energy, okay, of self realization. I'm getting self acceptance and also self love. Okay, because you can still be the boss without the habits you've created around yourself to form this image of what a boss is. You can still be the boss without those things. All right, so it's time to step into the new energy. Have faith in new beginnings, right? Have faith in the new version of yourself that you are able to create. Okay, and still, I'm getting still be the boss on top of it. All right, your ancestors saying you'll still be the boss on top of it. So it's just a matter of you now taking the time to reflect. Okay, taking that time to see why is it that you do what you do when it comes to overspending, excessively buying, excessively spending. Okay, what feelings are you trying to numb by doing so? What things are you covering up, trying to cover up by doing so? All right. And then you guys have the wheel. Okay, and it says the magic of fate and destiny is behind you. It'll be a critical turning point in your life. All right, destiny, fate, cycles, turning points. Yes, and this is just saying that things, once you have that moment of reflection, pal number one, things are going to change for you. All right, now is the time to go within. Okay, your ancestors are saying now is the time of going within. All right, looking at things from a different perspective. Okay, I'm getting hangman energy. Okay, taking that moment to pause, reflect, and look at things from a different perspective. I'm also being drawn back to uh, addressing, or not even addressing, but making the choice to. Not be so giving, and see how that affects your the different relationships in your life. Okay, some of you may want to, experiment with that to see that if you pulled back the rein, right, on excessively giving and excessively spending, not just with yourself but with others, see what changes that would make. And this is where the wheel comes into place, because the wheel is a card of fate, which means that things change in your favor, meaning that people, places, situations, or circumstances get removed that no longer fit the new energy that you're trying to go into. All right. So now I am going to pull some tarot to further confirm these messages. So thank you, beautiful, beloved Mother Goddess Isis, as well as the ancestors who have come through. What additional messages do you have for pal number one? Okay, what additional messages do you have for them today? Yeah, some of you doing what you do makes you feel in control, right? With this boss, it makes you feel in control. But the thing with this is that you're only in control materialistically, right? You're only in control of those material things. And now it's time to gain control of your emotional self, right, of your spiritual self, and not let these things control you, because what it does is it becomes a temporary easy way out, right? And it becomes a distraction so that you don't focus on the real things that needs to be addressed. All right, we have the lovers here. All right, and the lovers is all about making the conscious decision or conscious choice to move in the right direction. All right, aligning with self, making that choice to align with self, and no longer feeling like the connection that you have to material things is what's going to always uplift you. Okay, now you need to connect to your higher self. Okay, your spiritual self, so that's where your uplifting can take its form at. Okay, and you won't have to feel as if you need these type of things to fulfill you. All right, and then we also have the Seven of Cups here. All right, Seven of Cups, wishing upon a star. And this is just showing that there are other alternatives, there are other options. Okay, there are other options to deal with things that you may be subconsciously trying to cover up, right? There are, with partnership, there are support groups, there are communities, there are different avenues that you can take that will allow for you to see that there's always a alternative, right? There's always an alternative, and you don't have to continue to feel like, oh, if I want to be happy, I guess I'll just have to keep spending money, right? Just have to keep shopping, right? Keep going to Amazon.com, going to, this is what's giving me that temporary fix or that temporary relief of happiness, right? And so you're being called to make the leap, right? As this card also said, one of the cards said about taking, moving into that next chapter, this one here, right? Take that leap into moving in another direction, okay, for fulfillment. All right. Look how he's pointed in the opposite direction, right? And this is what you're being called to do. Be passionate about the change, all right? Be forthcoming about the change that needs to take place, all right? And doing it, all right? Addressing that there is a problem there, and not making up excuses for it or not dismissing it as, oh, like I was saying earlier, like I got it so I spend it. There's something deeper behind that, pal number one. All right, look at this, the Five of Cups. There's something deeper behind it. Okay, and so now you're being called by the ancestors to walk away from that, right? Walk away with a new sense of self, okay? Leaving things behind. And the Five of Cups is normally a card of things being difficult to leave behind, right? And this could be because this is just what soothes you and what comforts you. And so this is, your happy place, right? Shopping may be your happy place. Spending may be your happy place, right? And so it may be hard for you to walk away from those material things and to go inside, right? The two that she's walking with, okay, it's like now it's just me and self, okay? Me and self. I'm going to leave these material things behind and I'm going to walk forward with me and self, okay? Me and self to make the connection. And I know that's easier said than done, especially when you're used to living a comfortable lifestyle or you're used to living just a certain way that you've been used to, right? But it's gonna take for you to challenge yourself. All right, it's going to take for you to challenge yourself. The ancestors are saying, um, for you to find a deeper sense of meaning, a deeper sense of understanding about self. This is what they want you to do because it's going to help to pull you out of the matrix, they're saying. It's going to help to pull you out of the 3D. It's going to help to pull you out of the material. All right. And more, they're saying you need to connect more with self. You need to make the connection to connect and align with your divine self because right now you're being distracted. All right now you're being distracted, so you need to uh, they're saying you need to fast from shopping. All right, you need to fast from shopping. All right, and so that's the message that's coming through with that. And now I'm going to pull some messages from the Hello from the Other Side deck, along with some additional tarot to see what ancestors want to come through and what additional messages they have for you. So thank you, beautiful, beloved Mother Goddess Isis, as well as the ancestors who have come forward. Who would like to come through and say hi to their loved ones. And keep in mind, guys, I'm going to pull about 3 or 4 of these, and they don't have to all coincide with each other. If they do, that's great. If they don't, that's fine as well. All right, so we'll just see what ancestors wants to pop up for you. Hopefully someone that's watching will see one that resonates, okay? And if you do, that is your ancestor saying hi. All right, and so we have Libra. So someone who was a Libra, someone whose birthday was August 1st through the 15th. All right, and so those are 2 ancestors or passed on loved ones that is coming through to say hello. And we have a great grandpa coming through, and I will pull one more. All right, unless more decides to come out. All right, and we have someone whose birthday is October 16th through the 31st. All right, so these are the passed on loved ones or ancestors who has come through in this reading to say hello to whoever this is resonating with. All right, and so now I will pull some additional tarot to see some more exact messages they want to give to you at this time. All right, what additional messages? What additional messages do you have for your loved ones? Oh, oh, so these cards are just flying out. All right, so we have the Hierophant coming out. All right. I just got with that, lead with love and care. All right, step more. You're being invited to step more into a spiritual understanding of yourself with this Hierophant card here, right? Because I feel like with this card and his back being turned away, it's like you guys may have turned away from that sense of self because of the distraction, the worldly distractions, all right? They want you to turn back to self, the higher self. All right, and look at this. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Stop spending, they're saying. Stop spending is literally what has come through with that. Stop spending, all right? Turn more to a different understanding of self, all right? Um, and then you guys have the Five of Wands. Yes, they're saying it's going to be a back and forth battle. Okay, you're going to go nowhere if you feel like what you're doing now as far as spending is going to give you what you're looking for ultimately, right? It's just going to be a lot of back and forth. I'm also getting with that is you against you, all right? Self against self. So you have your ego telling you one thing, and then you have your spiritual self telling you one thing. And so they want you to make the choice. Look at this, the Two of Wands, right? The Two of Wands choose to make the choice to go down the right path. All right, you've had your fun with the materialistic, you've had your fun with your spending, you've had your fun with the being distracted. All right, and so now they want you to make the choice to go down the right lane. Okay, go choose the right path. All right, now it's time to tune into self. All right, you're being called to tune into yourself with this Hierophant showing up here. All right. You're being called to tune into your higher self and to not, uh, well, I'm actually getting for you to go against the grain. All right. Go against the odds. Okay. Do something other than what is expected of you. All right. Not just for self, but for others as well. All right. So, my lovely pal number one, those are the messages that has come through for you. Really hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment below if this reading resonated with you. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And until next time, my loves, take care and bye bye. Hello to those of you who chose pal number two. And so this is the image that you felt drawn to. All right. And so now we're going to go ahead and take a look at what messages the ancestors have for you. All right. So starting with the pre-pulled oracle, we'll do some tarot at the end. Also pull from the hello from the other side to see what ancestors would like to come through and say hi to any loved ones that may be viewing this. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. The first card you guys have is Toxic Platonics. Ooh, Toxic Platonics, all right? And it says, drop certain connections that are not in alignment with your mental, physical, and emotional health. This can be coworkers, family, or frenemies, all right? And it says growth stunt at the bottom, all right? It doesn't get any louder or clearer than this. Pile number two, your ancestors are bringing to your attention that there are people in your life at this moment who are just as the card states, growth stunts, all right? They're preventing you or slowing you down from reaching your highest potential. And a lot of you know who these people are. Okay, you know who these people are, you know who these situations are, and now your ancestors are pulling it to your attention even more. All right. So they're just like, I'm getting like an image of someone like waving their hands in front of someone's face. Like, you know how when you're trying to see if someone is awake or not, and you're like waving your hands in front of them, right? This is what's coming to me. This is the image that's coming to me. So this is your ancestors to you being like, hello, like, don't you see what this is? And they know for the most part that whoever this resonates with, some of you do see what it is, but you choose to ignore it, right? And so this is why the waving of the hands in someone's face is, coming up to me. But they are definitely bringing this up, okay? I'm also being drawn to the co-workers portion of it. All right, some of you need to keep your distance from toxic people at work, okay? Because they could be honestly low key scheming behind your back or trying to jeopardize whatever plans you have for moving forward, especially if it's within a company, right? So your ancestors are saying to keep things to yourself, to not share information with others when it comes to a workplace. All right, that's also what's coming through. Keep things to yourself because not everyone has your best interests at mind. All right, so they want you to be mindful of that. They want to bring that to your attention for whoever that resonates with. In regards to a workplace. But besides that, there are other situations that some of you are in, and you'll know what these situations are, where you are, your growth is being stunted, right? You're not making the right connection with the divine source to get to where you may be wanting to go because these people are pulling and tugging on you energetically. All right. And so this is why it's going to be important for you to dismiss all those things that are a energetic drain to you, right? Or a low vibrational pull on you in order so that you could become in alignment, okay, with what the divine has for you. Okay, some of you I'm getting right now, some of you are missing out on blessings, or some of you have already missed out on blessings due to this. All right, some of you are, I'm going to repeat it, some of you are missing out on blessings, or some of you have already missed out on blessings due to this. All right, your ancestors says that that is a very strong message to come through, and it's going to resonate with who it resonates with. You'll know what that is. All right, some of you have sacrificed, some of you have given up things, all based on certain people or situations in your life. All right, and so now your ancestors are saying this is a wake up call. All right. They're saying that this is a wake up call. It's like I'm getting like a snap, like snapping of the fingers. At first it was the waving of the hands in the face, and now it's like a snap. So yeah, this is a wake up call for you, okay? To be mindful of these toxic platonics. And I feel like for the most part, most of you are aware of it, just ignoring it. All right. Yes. So look, we have authentic. Yes. So some of you are being not allowed to stand in your authentic power. All right, because you're being drained. You're being drained. All right. And so the message here is stand in your truth and approach things with honor and integrity. Your genuine energy will be recycled back to you. All right. And then the word at the bottom of the card is values. All right. So, yeah, and it's okay for you all to feel like you've outgrown people. All right. It's okay for you all to feel like to that you've outgrown people. It happens, right? And it's okay to feel that way and know that changes just needs to be made in order for I'm getting in order with the scales here, in order for the scales to be balanced with yourself again. All right, so that you can have that true authentic connection with the divine, so that you can be aligned in the right energy and the right frequency that's going to bring in the right blessings for you. All right, because I'm being drawn back. Some of you have missed out on them. Okay, and it's not to say that they won't come around again, but as long as you're carrying around dead weight, low vibrational energy, okay, and it don't even have to be your own energy. It could be that you surround yourself with it. Okay, so as long as you're surrounded by that type of energy, the positive energy don't have a space to break through. All right. And so this is why you need to separate yourself. All right. Drop certain connections in order for your authentic, radiant, positive, loving, flowing energy to magnetize the blessings that wants to come your way. All right. And look at this. Not for you. And it says, this is the time to accept that what you desire is not meant for you. Something much better is on the way. Yes. And so some of you may have to come to terms that situations that you're in or people that you're dealing with is just simply as the card says, it's not for you. All right. And the things that you desire, they're not going to be able to make it to you if you keep being blocked by low vibrational negative energy. All right. And so your ancestors are saying that it is time for you to come to terms with this. All right. They're saying it is time for you to come to terms with this, and that you need to distance yourself. All right. They're saying you need to distance yourself so that you can get back to the authentic version of yourself. Some of you may be drained, okay, by these toxic platonics. Some of you may be drained, and yet you're drained and stuck at the same time, right? You're drained and you're stuck at the same time. And just to note, you don't have to dismiss people abruptly, right? You could just take your energy back from them, right? So you don't have to physically always move, okay? Unless you're in situations like dire situations where you really have to. But you don't have to always physically move from a place. So you don't have to say, oh, this reading means abruptly quit my job or abruptly end a relationship, right? Or abruptly end a friendship. It doesn't have to be that way. It's as simple as just taking back your energy, okay? Taking back your energy and not giving away too much of it at the same time. All right. So when people, situations you're in, people want to stay in that low vibrational energy through arguing, gossiping, just doing all the things that's low vibration, right? You could dismiss yourself from those situations, and that's how you pull your energy out of it, and that's how you preserve your positive energy for yourself, right? So that you can be uplifted and see things from different and new perspectives. All right. And so this is what you're being called to do. Recognize those things that's not for you so that you can pull your energy away from those situations, circumstances, and people. Okay. And like I said, it doesn't have to be something that's abrupt and physical. But it could definitely be emotionally, mentally, and energetically. And so this is what your ancestors are wanting you to do. Pull yourself away from these situations first energetically, all right? Because once you do that, your energy is going to begin to shift, all right? And once your energy begins to shift, things are going to begin to change and materialize on their own to where everything that's meant for you will find its way to you. Just as this card says, something much better is on the way. All right. But you just have to be in the right energetic field in order to receive it. All right. And as I say, receive it, you guys get messages. All right. And it says you will soon receive good news. It can come in the form of an email, text message, phone call, or letter. Yes, a couple of things are coming through with this. So the first thing is just as I was saying earlier, for those who are in a workplace and you are trying to better yourself or move up in the workplace, and so you've been doing things to do that. Um, Sabotage, okay, that's the word that's come through. So once you make the disconnect, okay, from the people or the energies in that workplace, okay, and you begin to really focus on yourself and what it is that you're trying to do without getting them involved, okay, you just focus on yourself and the intentions energetically. This is when this is going to come through for you, okay, for those of you who are aspiring in that area of your life to do something different. All right, when you make the disconnect to what's stunting your growth and what's being energy vampire to you, right? Keeping you in that low vibrational energy. This is when what wasn't for you will get dismissed and what is for you is going to come through. All right. And so that was one of the messages that was coming through with that. The other, well, actually, that one just really took over because maybe it'll come back to me. But there was something else that I was feeling, but I can't feel it energetically anymore. If it comes back, then I'll go ahead and say whatever that is. But the next card you guys have is divine timing. Yes. Wait for the conditions to be right. What it is you are wanting and needing in your life will soon manifest. Yes. And guys, this is all going to start with the energetic shift. This is what your ancestors are calling to your attention right now. All right. They're saying it loud and clear. Things will make it to you in number one in divine timing. Number two, when you make the energetic shifts that needs to be made in order for you to receive. All right, in order for you to receive. This is when things that are meant for you will show up. All right, and the divine timing is also telling to me that it's all written in the stars, right? So they knew it would come to a point where you would have this revelation. All right, they knew it would come to the point where you would have this insight and you would have this clarity around certain people, situations, circumstances that made you kind of question things, right? It made you look at things from a different space and time, a different perspective. All right. And so this is what's happening now. So these toxic platonics are being exposed, right? And you're beginning to, if you're not already, you will begin to see people for who they really are, right? You will begin to see situations for what they really are and realizing that it's not for you. Okay, it's not for you, but there is something for you on the way. We'll make it to you in divine time and once you make the energetic shift. All right. And so you were the only pal that actually got extra cards. Okay, there was supposed to only be two of these. You got an extra one. And then the next one that I'm going to reveal, there was only supposed to be one of those, and you got two of them. So there was an extra one. So your ancestors are coming through strong in this reading. When I was actually meditating on the cards, I felt a really strong love and light energy. Very, very loving energy, actually. So they are very protective over you. All right. They're very protective over you, and they want the people, situations, or circumstances to be exposed that is blocking you from getting where you want to be. All right. And then you guys have inner strength. And it says, believe that what's inside you is greater than any obstacle. Yes, it's time to believe in yourself. Pal number 2. It is time to believe in yourself, okay, and that all things are possible. All right. It also says bravery, courage, taming, and overcoming. Yes, you are resilient. You have the inner strength that's needed, okay? And this is why people feed off of you or try to feed off of you energetically, right? Because they want some of what you have. All right. They may be someone who has low self-esteem, self-image issues, right? They may have all of these things going on with them, right? And that causes low vibrational energy. And so they feed off of yours to satisfy them in some shape, form, or fashion, right? To fulfill them in some shape, form, or fashion. And so it's time to stop, just like I was saying earlier, it's time to stop sharing your energy and preserve that energy for yourself. All right. And then look at this boastfulness. And this is exactly what I was saying earlier with the toxic platonics card, especially when it came to the work environment, to keep things to yourself, right? And this card says that specifically. The message is keep your success to yourself and minimize your achievements to keep haters at bay. Yes, I love when the messages resonate like this, right? I love when it comes through, the message comes through strong, because this is exactly what this is, right? Keep your energy to yourself, all right, so that you can be your authentic self and not share your energy to energy vampires, all right. And the card at the bottom is also says vanity, ego, grandiose, show off, pride. All right. So if you are someone who likes to boast, right, it's only because I don't think that's part of your authentic self. I think you do those things because it feeds into the groups that you're in. It feeds into the environments that you're in, right? So it kind of gives you this sense of accomplishment or achievement if you can have others look at you a certain type of way. All right. But in the end, it only adds fuel to their fire. Okay. It only adds fuel to their low vibrational energy to kind of keep pulling you in, right? And so now it's time to take a step to the side so that you can focus on preserving that energy for yourself and move it in a direction that you want to. All right. And so now we're going to pull some tarot to see what additional messages your ancestors have for you. So thank you, beautiful, beloved Mother Goddess Isis, as well as the ancestors who have come through for pile number 2. What additional messages do you have for them? in regards to this reading so far. Yes, looking glass. I'm getting like looking glass. Like some of you need to like, it's like really pay attention. Um, take a step back. All right, take a step back and really pay attention. Your ancestors are saying, and you are able to. You have the high priestess. Look at this. Things being revealed, right? When just like when I was just saying, when you take a step back, right, and really like talk less, do more, right? And you really just observe, you're going to be, things are going to be revealed to you. Maybe even things that you missed, or it could be things that you were aware of or but was just, not, well, let's just say just ignoring, right? The high priestess means that you have the intuitive ability to pick up on people's energies, to pick up on people's true intentions, right? And it's like once you follow that, look how the curtain is only partly revealed. Once you follow that, it's like, look, the high priestess is there to say, okay, now that you're trusting your instincts and your intuition, let's fully open up the curtain so that you can see more, right? Because right now things are only partially revealed, or I'm also getting people are only showing you what they want you to see. All right. Your ancestors are really, they, people are showing you versions of themselves that they only want you to see. And you guys have the sign that literally like hopped out of the deck, right? So you are a beautiful person, right? And there's so much in store for you. There's so much in store for you with this sign coming up here, but you have to trust yourself and allow yourself to be guided to that happiness of whatever that is for you. Okay, by trusting your instincts, um, removing the draining negative people or situations from your life, at least energetically. All right, no longer feeding off of their energy and no longer allowing them to feed off of yours. Look at this, literally the tower flipped out of the deck also. Yes. All right. And this is things, people, places, situations being removed. This is what the tower is. Things getting shooken up. All right. And I feel like this is going to happen when you take a step back, pile number two, and really look at situations for what they are. Right. This is all coming from you. This tower is going to come from you. Your ancestors are helping and assisting you with this, but it's for the most part, it's like they're waiting for you to step up to the plate. All right, they're waiting for you to reclaim your energy, to reclaim. I'm getting reclaim focus, to reclaim concentration, right? So this is what they're waiting for you to do. But they are assisting you as well with this tower being here, because the tower moment is also a moment of things happening whether you want them to or not. All right, so things being revealed whether you want them to or not. So this is where I think I got the word exposed. Some things are going to be exposed. All right, some things are going to be revealed that's going to help you make conscious efforts and decisions to eliminate from yourself from unwanted and unnecessary energies. All right, so that you can start from a fresh new foundation. All right, the moon, yes, also things being revealed. Okay, what was hidden in the dark will eventually come to the light. Yes, guys, you have the moon and the sun here. You guys literally have all major arcana here. All right. So this is some very potent energy. This is some major potent shifts, okay, that's coming up for you all. All right. And this all is going to be on account of you stepping into the light, stepping into this sun energy, things being revealed, okay, things that was hidden in the dark being revealed, coming to light, coming to exposure. All right, come into exposure. So those things that are not meant to be with you on your path will slowly but surely fall off and fade away. All right, but your ancestors want you to take ownership of this. Okay, so now I'm going to pull some cards from the Hello from the Other Side deck, and we'll see what beautiful ancestors would like to show up at this time to say hi to any lucky viewer who's watching. Okay, they don't have to be connected with each other, right? So one card could be for one person, the other could be for someone else. So they don't necessarily have to be intertwined, all right? And I will pull four of these cards. So this one just wants to fall out. So we have someone who is a Scorpio energy as an ancestor, and that kind of makes sense because the energy is like really coming through like bold, right? And that's what the Scorpio is, like the way, like I was telling you, like the waving of the hands in the face or the snapping of the fingers, right? I feel like that's some Scorpio type energy, right? Being bold and brave and like, look, not being blunt, right? And not being afraid to tell you like it is. That's definitely how the ancestors are coming through with here. We have the initial Q. All right, so the initial Q, and I'll pull two more. What other ancestor would like to come through and say? But I will tell you though, this was a very loving energy. Very loving energy. Even though the messages was kind of like bold into your face, it was like still very loving and light at the same time. We have sister coming through. All right, so someone's sister, and I will pull one more. Yes, a very, very love and light energy. All right, but still in your face type energy, like, look, it's time for you to get with the program, okay? And this is just exactly how it was coming off, but still with love and light. All right, one more ancestor who would like to come through for pile number 2. An additional ancestor who would like to come and make a presence known for a lucky viewer to say hi. All right, and actually that was 2 more, so let's see what they are. We have someone age 71 through 80 and the letter G. All right. G-Mon, that's just what came up too. I don't know if that's gonna resonate with anyone, but with this G, I heard G-Mon. So I don't know if someone was called G-Mon, but that's for someone. All right. And then 71 through 80. All right. And so now let's see what additional messages, ancestors, do you have for your loved ones that's watching? What additional messages do you have for them in regards to this reading? All right. Knight of Wands. Yes, it is time to make some moves, they said. It is time to make some moves. Put on your armor. It is time to make some moves that is going to lead you to your authentic self. All right. Leaving behind negative energy, negative people, negative situations. All right. They're like, put on your armor. And they're saying, we are your armor also. All right. The Page of Wands. Yes. New beginnings. Okay, new beginnings of self, being passionate and getting to love and learn each other, yourself all over again. The Magician. All right, they're saying we are with you. We help you with whatever it is that you want to manifest, but you have to be in the right energetic field in order to receive us, in order for us to receive you. All right, what you need, everything you need is there for you, but right now you are being energetically and magnetically pulled in the wrong direction. And so now it's time to reignite the flame of the Page of Wands, of moving back into your authentic self, putting on the armor to shield you from energy vampires. Ace of Wands. Yes, you have 3 wands down here. All right, there's so much potential within you. There's so much potential within you. There's so much potential waiting to come your way. All right, is what they're saying. And this is why people, lower vibrational energies, are drawn to you because they want some of what you have. All right, but now it's time to take it back for self. Okay, so that you can thrive. Pile number 2, you can thrive and leave behind those who are not meant to be on the same magnetic and energetic field that you are. All right, leave them in a low vibration where they want to stay, and it's time for you to ascend and move forward. All right, so my lovely pal number 2, that is all that I have for you. Leave a comment below. Let me know if this reading resonated with you, and if it did, how so. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, my loves. Okay, and until next time, take care and bye bye. Hello to those of you who chose pile number 3. And so this is the image that you felt drawn to. All right, and so now we're going to go ahead and take a look at what messages the ancestors have for you today. All right, so I pre-pulled my oracle messages, and we will do some tarot later, as well as I will pull messages from the Hello from the Other Side deck to see what ancestors wants to come through and say hi to a lucky viewer. All right, and so without further ado, your first card is Ascend. All right. And it says, expect to transition from one cycle to the next. You are moving in alignment with the currents of your own actions as well as outside influences. It's only up from here. All right. And it says upgrade at the bottom. Yes, you guys are, as the card says, pile number 3, you guys are making the right decisions and the right choices in your life at this time. You guys have felt the magnetic, energetic pull for you to do so, and you have answered that call. All right. So I'm getting you guys have made the necessary changes in your life. Okay, you guys are making the necessary changes in your life that is going to help you to ascend. All right, complete opposite from pile number 2. So I feel like with this pile, you guys have rid yourself of the things that were draining to you. Okay, whether those are people, situations, circumstances, you guys have went through the process, or maybe currently still going through the process of ridding those things that no longer serve a purpose for you. Okay, it's like you guys have had some type of epiphany. You guys have had some type of enlightenment about yourselves, that where you told yourselves you deserve more or better than what you were currently going through. Okay, and it's one thing to know that, it's another thing to know that and do the necessary steps required that's needed, okay, in order to pull you forward, okay, in the direction you're trying to go. So you guys have recognized, acknowledged, accepted, and did or could be currently doing the right things that's going to continue to move you forward, okay, that's going to continue to upgrade you. And your ancestors are saying that they are proud of you for answering the call. All right. So now you can expect, as the card says, you can expect to continue to transition. You can expect to continue to align and vibrate with the right frequency in order to continue to manifest the things that you are desiring. All right. Look at this, guys. We have energy. Yes, you guys have been definitely working on your energy flow. All right. And it's so like this is so complete opposite of pile number 2. So you guys have, I feel like, already transitioned. Okay. You've transitioned in a way where you had some type of epiphany. You've had something happen in your life where you was like, enough is enough. Okay, like enough is enough, and something has to give, something needs to change. All right, and so you guys have been doing just that. You guys have been shifting and transitioning your energy. All right, and so the message here is, like water, energy cannot be contained nor controlled. You must simply allow the current and flow. Energy changes fast and is formless like water. Do not be controlled by an outcome or result. Let it all flow like water. Free flow. Yes, and this is exactly what I feel like you guys are doing. You guys are going with the flow, right? You guys are adjusting as needed and going with the flow, okay? Trusting in divine is the energy that I'm picking up for this pal. You guys have not only began to trust in self, but you guys are also beginning to trust in the divine. Okay, you're making the right energetic shifts. Okay, that's needed in order for that proper alignment to the divine, so they can show you your next steps forward. All right. So your ancestors again are saying that they are proud of you, that you are making the necessary changes. Okay, that you have been making the necessary changes to make the right adjustments that's going to allow for that right flow of energy to come in and help you to further ascend and to help you further get to where you're trying to go in life. Okay, whatever that is or whatever that looks like for you, pile number 3, you're on your way there, right? Whether you're looking for a new job, a new relationship, new friendships, new home, new car, whatever you're looking for, you're putting yourself in the right energy to attract it. Okay, your ancestors just want you to know, my right palm just started itching. So some of you may have an itchy right palm, or if you have, that is a sign that blessings are ready to be bestowed upon you. Okay, and so your ancestors are saying that you are guys are putting yourself in a right energetic flow. Okay, continue to do so, and don't let people come to distract you away from that. All right, keep your guard up when it comes to people trying to um, steal your energy from you. Right, trying to bring you back down to a lower vibrational energy. Right, I'm picking up five or ones energy. So some of you may just be around petty people or low vibrational people who like to argue, who like to fight, who like to cause problems, who like to make a big deal out of any and everything. I feel like you guys have done your part thus far with separating yourselves from situations or people like that, but your ancestors are saying to continue to be diligent in doing so, okay, and to not get sucked or pulled back into the trap. All right, and you guys have right direction. Yes, you guys are definitely moving forward. All right, you guys are definitely moving forward in a positive manner. Pal number three, and your energy is like you guys, whatever has took place for you that has caused this energy shift. Um, it was because the things that took place needed to happen in order for this energy shift to occur. All right. And now that it has occurred, and now that you are making the right adjustments, you are moving in the right direction. All right. And it says you're going in the right direction. Keep moving forward and focus on activities that bring long term benefits. All right. And this is just like what I was saying with the other pal. I think it was pal number two. It's okay to recognize when you have outgrown outgrown people or situations, right? And you notice that they're no longer serving a purpose for you, right? They were only maybe just giving you temporary satisfaction or temporary relief, right? So now it's time to focus on your energy, or the focus on going in a direction where you're going to make the connection with things that's going to bring long term benefits, okay, and not those temporary fixes or temporary reliefs. All right. So whatever you're doing, whatever that is for you, pal number three, keep doing it. Okay. Whether you're someone now who's just, focusing on, I'm getting energy focuses. I'm getting on someone who's focusing on emotional balances, someone who's just focusing on positivity, right? Being positive, positive affirmations, whatever that looks like for you, whatever you're doing to kind of keep your spirits uplifted and keep your spirits high. I also got meditation, energy work, support groups, finding the right communities, spiritual communities, whatever that is for you, that's keeping you on a even wavelength, right? Whatever that is, your ancestors want you to continue to do that. All right, because it's going to keep you in alignment with the divine. All right, so they can further and continue to provide for you whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, or whatever it is you desire at this time. All right. Yeah, and as I said, desire, we get fury, passion that comes up, right? So some of you have like this ambition. I'm getting like this ambitious type energy where you guys, this is why you had that epiphany moment. I feel like you had the epiphany moment because you knew in order to get to where you were trying to go, or to do whatever you were trying to do, things needed to change. And you were very proactive with that change, I feel like, okay, because you knew in order for you to pursue whatever it is that you were trying to pursue, some things had to get let go, some things had to get cut off, right? And so you have such a fiery personality, I feel like, and like you have a strong energy, right? You know how some people, they know things need to change, but yet they get stuck in that subtle energy, and they look up and years has passed and things are still the same, nothing's changed, right? I get the complete opposite type energy for you. You're someone who's ambitious, and you're someone who's quick to cut off, right? You're quick to cut off because it's like, okay, this is no longer working for me. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. it's on to the next one. Like I can't stay in this energy. This is the type of person I feel like you are. And because you do have that passion about yourself to be able to move forward and let go of the things that, tries to hold you back. This is why you're going in the direction that you're going. Right. And this is why the divine is going to bless you, because it's almost like you're passing tests. You've passed tests to see if you will allow yourself to be held back or not. And I feel like for this pal, you don't allow yourself to be held back. All right. And so Fury Passion says, be intense, be passionate, and worked up, but about things that matter, things that change your life. Yes. And this is just what you're doing. You're focusing on things that matter. All right. It's like you have a vision. I feel like this pal has a vision, right? And you have things you want to do, places you want to go. And if you feel like you're in situations, whether, there's situations with circumstances or situations with people, like you are someone who's going to be like, okay, this is not going to work for me. Like, this is not going to work for me because I have a vision in mind. Like, I have bigger goals in mind, right? I have a timeline that I'm trying to jump, right? You're trying to jump out of the matrix and trying to really live to your fullest potential, right? Really trying to ascend, all right? Because you have the ability to manifest and pull in whatever you want to desire, okay? And so this is what the Fury Passion is, that keeps you moving and keep you going, but also helps you to recognize when things needs to be let go, or when things are dead weight. All right. And so your ancestors are saying for you to keep that fiery passion, right? To keep that fiery passion and keep moving forward with whatever this is for you, okay? However that resonates for you. All right. And look at this. We have cosmic magnet. Yes. And this is what you guys, the more you shift your energy field, this is what you become, a magnet to pull in everything that you want to manifest. All right. And so the card here says, you've activated your energetic blueprint. Yes. Look at this, giving you higher level access to your desires. Yes, I love when the cards are aligned like this, right? Because it's just really, really confirmation to the message that your ancestors are trying to get out at this time. All right. And so the message, the words at the bottom are divine mission, soul blueprint, star seed. Yes. So you guys are activating or have been activating, because at the end of the day, there is a bigger mission to fulfill. And you guys felt that energetic pull and you answered the call. And this is why your ancestors were saying that they were proud of you. All right, because you answered the call. You didn't stay behind, you didn't ignore, you took the necessary steps, you did whatever was required of you in order to get to where you are now, and especially energetic. I'm also getting a lot of shadow work. You guys have done a lot of shadow work. You guys have dealt with a lot of dark night of the soul. So you guys have really addressed things about yourself and about other people that was dead weight to you, right? That was keeping you from trying to keep you from ascending, right? You were able to take a look in the mirror and address things about yourself rather than ignore them. You were able to look at someone or a situation and address it for what it was rather than trying to ignore it. Okay. And this is all what encompasses you coming into the right energetic field that's going to further ascend you. Okay, that's going to further help you to reach whatever your divine mission is, whatever your divine purpose is. That's going to help to unravel the soul blueprint and the soul DNA for you to further understand what your purpose or your mission is. Okay. And whatever it is, it definitely has to do with something that you will be passionate about. Okay. So now it's time to bring that into light. And you are surrounding yourself with the right energetic field and the right vibration to be able to do so. Okay. As the card says, you are going in the right direction. Your ancestors are proud of you and they are saying to keep going. All right. Keep going. And so now I'm going to pull some tarot to further confirm these messages. So thank you, beautiful, beloved Mother Goddess Isis, as well as the ancestors who have come through for the collective who chose pile number 3, what additional messages do you have for them in regards to the messages here? What additional tarot messages? And I just heard like a slight ringing in my ear. So this is how your ancestors may communicate with you. Earlier, I had like a itching on my palm, my right palm, and I just heard a slight ringing in my left ear. All right. So this is now that you guys are raising your vibration and raising your energy to connect more with the divine. This may be a sign of how, and I'm getting goosebumps right now, like on both arms. This may be how your ancestors communicate with you. All right, so pay attention to if those things happen to or for you, right? The itching of the palm, ringing in the ear. If that happens, that is your ancestors communicating with you at that time. So pay attention to the scenario, the situation, or whatever's going on at that time, because that may be an answer for you. All right, and you guys have the 9 of Swords. Yes, and I feel like this is energy that you guys have come out of. Okay, you guys have ascended out of 9 of Swords energy where you once felt stuck. You once felt like you just didn't know what to do. You didn't know what was going on. Just like thoughts racing through your head, sleepless nights, just a lot going on mentally, right? And I feel like you guys have passed the test to get out of that energy, right? You guys have made some good choices and good decisions in your life that has led you away from that energy. And I'm being told that a lot of it had to do with shadow work. A lot of it had to do with shadow work, facing your own inner turmoils, okay? Facing your own things that you knew needed to be addressed if you wanted to be able to move along more, to move forward energetically, all right? Yes, look at this. We have the King of Cups, being in control of your emotions. All right, addressing, acknowledging your emotions, being in this place of calmness, right? I'm also getting forgiveness, being in this place of calmness, of forgiveness. All right, letting your emotions be in at ease and at flow. Okay, just like you have the energy card here, letting your emotions be at ease and in flow. Okay, because that too is what helps you to, if you're stable emotionally, it helps you to be stable mentally. If you're stable mentally, it helps you to create this energetic vibe around yourself that becomes the magnet and pulls in whatever it is that you're desiring. Okay, because everything's not all scattered and all over the place. All right, and so this is what you guys have been doing with this King of Cups here, gaining control over your emotions, okay, so that you can be in a more a better mental place and have more clarity around things rather than being blocked from it. All right, and you have the Emperor. All right, and the Emperor is definitely about being in control. All right, being in control of your domain, and I feel like this is what you guys have stepped into. All right, this is what you guys have stepped into. Okay, at one point being in a mental space, learning to address those issues, right, so that your emotions can be at ease and a flow, and then you're able to step back into your power and be in control over your domain. All right, so I'm getting like someone who's like figure out like the secret formula, right? I don't know why Krabby Patty just came up. Some of you may be SpongeBob fans or you watch SpongeBob, but the secret formula, the secret recipe, right? So it's like you have this aha moment of how this happens, right? Like how do you manifest things? How do you become more in divine light? Like how do you gain control? Like some of you had an aha moment and put 2 and 2 together as to, oh, when you do this, this happens, right? And so this is what's allowing you to adjust your energy. This is what's allowing you to be um in more of alignment, right? Allowing you to ascend because you figured out what that requires. You figured out what that takes, even though it may have been something that was difficult to do, right? And you now you're in the process of mastering what that is. And because you're doing so, you're learning the tricks and the trades of it, and you're moving in the right direction, right? And you're stepping into your full authentic power, right? Because you're learning to You're learning how to work with self and the divine, right? And everything is not all black and white, right? Everything is not all black and white. You're learning that there's tricks and tips to this, right? If you want to manifest something energetically, if you want to do whatever you want to do, it's all possible when you align yourself in the right way and in the right order, right? And so you're learning and you're knowing this now. And look at this, we have the star to show up. All right. So yes, you guys are definitely I just got star of the show, right? You guys are going to be the star. Um, you're playing the star role in your own production, okay? That's what they're saying. You guys are playing the star role in your own production, all right? And they're proud of you for taking that leadership in doing so. All right, they're proud of you of being able to take that leadership in doing so. All right, and they just want you to continue to focus on the things that matter. Continue to focus on the right things and to not allow yourself to be easily manipulated, just came through, nor easily distracted to go backwards. Okay, because at this point you're moving forward. Learn to release those things, people, situations that no longer serve a purpose or a point for you. All right. And so now I'm going to pull some cards from the Hello from the other side deck. And we will see what ancestors wants to come say hi to any viewer, okay, any lucky viewer that may be watching and an ancestor comes through. So thank you, beautiful, beloved Mother Goddess Isis, as well as the ancestors who have come through for PAL 3. What ancestor at this time would like to make a presence? All right. And so these cards, I'll pull about 4. They don't have to all coincide with each other. All right. They can, but they don't have to. All right. And so we have uncle as one. We have an uncle that's showing up for you all. Uncle, passed on loved ones, or ancestor. All right, and we have someone's birthday who is September 1st through the 15th. All right, and I'll pull 2 more, unless more want to come out, but we'll try for 2 more. But yes, whatever you're doing, pile number 3, keep doing it. Okay, your ancestors are saying for you to continue to do whatever it is that you're doing. You're going in the right direction. Okay, so they're saying even if it's days where you feel like you're not, you are. All right, they want you to know that. Okay, and so we have the initial J. Let me just move this over. So the initial J, and then we have someone whose birthday is or was October 1st through the 15th. All right. And so now we'll see what additional messages they have for you. Thank you, beautiful ancestors. What additional messages do you have for your loved ones? All right. But we do know your ancestors want you to keep ascending, okay? Keep protecting your energy field. Keep protecting your energy field. All right. Look out for, I'm being told to look out for signs of communication. All right. Itchy right palm or ringing in the left ear. All right. 4 of Cups. All right. They're saying what you have been waiting for is coming to you. All right. What you have been waiting for is coming to you because you are putting yourself in the right energetic alignment. All right. What you're waiting for or have been waiting for is coming to you. Yep. No longer worry about the past. Okay. What didn't work out for a reason. That's what they're saying. No longer worry about the past. What didn't work out for a reason. And now, and even when you were thinking that it was something that was meant to be, as you can see here, you were still left feeling unfulfilled to the point where you had to walk away from it. Okay, so for whatever that is that you had to walk away from, you walked away because you were being left feeling unfulfilled. Okay, for whoever that resonates with. But they're saying to not worry about the past. All right, let go of the past and time to focus on the right direction that you're moving in. All right. I want you to focus on the right direction that you are moving in. Okay, what else, ancestors, do you have for your beautiful loved ones? All right, look at this, the Tower. Yes, what is no longer with you is no longer with you for a reason. All right, it needed to fall away so that you can start on a new foundation. So they don't want you to feel, they don't want you to have some regrets about something. All right, they don't want you to have any regrets about something. Pile number 3. All right, the ancestors is coming through. It's saying to not have any regrets around something. It needed to happen. All right, yeah, it needed to happen because you have the Fool in reverse. All right, because otherwise you wouldn't have been able to move forward. All right, with this Fool in reverse. So for the ancestors that's coming through, they're saying to not live off of regret or in the past, because what happened needed to happen. All right. So whoever that resonates with, they want you to know what happened needed to happen. Otherwise, you wouldn't be where you're at now, or you wouldn't have been able to move forward with this Fool showing up in reverse. All right. You were already left on feeling unfulfilled, and you would have never, that cup would have never got filled if what happened didn't happen. Okay. So they want you to know that, for whoever that resonates with. All right. So my beautiful pal number 3, that is all I have for you. Leave a comment below if this reading resonated with you. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, my loves, take care and bye-bye.